Hey guys, let's get more news about Dallas, but first, don't forget to subscribe and leave your like. Chris Christie totally slams Detroit Lions HC Dan Campbell. The Detroit Lions ravaged over the Dallas Cowboys on Sunday, October 13, in Texas, walking out of the stadium with a lopsided 47-9 victory. Cowboys fans, of course, were not happy with their team's showing against the Lions, and that includes former New Jersey Governor Chris Christie. During an October 17 radio appearance with Chris Mad Dog Russo on Mad Dog Unleashed, Christie gave his thoughts on the Lions vs. Cowboys game. During the game, Lions head coach Dan Campbell and company pulled out a bunch of trick plays and continued their assault even when they were safely in the lead. Christie was not impressed. Host Russo asked Christie about Campbell rubbing it in and possibly getting back at the Cowboys because of a call that happened when the two teams played last season. The last time the teams played, there was a controversy about whether or not Lions left tackle Taylor Decker properly reported to the official as eligible to get a pass on the two-point conversion try with 23 seconds left on the clock. Decker caught the pass in the end zone, but the refs called it as illegal touching on the play, so it didn't count. Christie responded to Russo, saying, "No. That's Dan Campbell. He's got no class. Never has. It's fine. It's fine. Look, Dan Campbell, that's the way he is, and what goes around comes around." Per an audio clip of the show that was posted by Sports Illustrated writer Jimmy Traina on X, Russo elaborated on the subject, asking Christie, "So, you were bothered by it?" "Well, I just think it was, I think it was misdirected," Christie said. Dan Campbell's angry because the referees got a call wrong in the game a year ago. "Well, then, run that play on, NFL Commissioner Roger Goodell. The Cowboys had nothing to do with the play being called incorrectly. It wasn't a challenge the Cowboys made. It was a call the referees made. The Lions got hurt by it, and the Cowboys benefited from it." He added, "Now so because of that, you want to take your, frustration out over that, and rub it in? I don't think it's what pros do. But, it's his prerogative. It's the reputation that he'll carry around." Some NFL media were quick to come to Campbell's defense. Campbell is extremely well regarded by both his players, peers, and people around the NFL, NFL writer and expert Jeremy Reisman of Pride of Detroit stated in an October 18 piece. In other words, Christie is the sorest of losers. Maybe direct your anger at your best friend Jerry Jones for doing nothing to make the Cowboys better this offseason. As a Cowboys fan, it's okay for Christie to be upset about what the Lions did to his favorite team last Sunday. For days later though, it might be time to be a grown-up and move on. But to take it all the way to criticizing Campbell's character is a few steps too far, wrote Brad Behrman of Sideline Report in an October 18 feature. Christie is understandably upset that the Lions just beat the brakes off his team, but to take a shot at a guy's character and just flat-out lie is just not cool, added Mike Payton of A to Z Sports in an October 17 story. Amid all the Cowboys' problems on offense, Dak Prescott's play has been a contributor to their failures. The Dallas Cowboys are having problems. The defense gets the brunt of the criticism because overall their performance has been worse, but injuries have put them behind the 8 ball. The offense, however, has few excuses. Most of their players are healthy, yet they are not living up to expectations. The issues are plentiful. The ground attack is a blinking red light for the offense's underwhelming play. The Cowboys rank dead last in rushing yards this season. Advanced stats show that Rico Dowdle is ranked 18th for running backs in EPA/attempt, while Ezekiel Elliott is ranked 41st. This paints the picture that the Cowboys have one average running back, but as a group are near the bottom in talent. The offensive line has been another area of concern. Entering Week 7, the Cowboys' offensive line has a pass block win rate of 57%, ranked 19th, and a run block win rate of 71%, 18th, which tells us they are slightly below average in both departments. The blame can continue with suspect play calling or ineffective route running, and you would find some good and bad things in both those areas. The offense finds themselves in the worst quadrant for passing and rushing efficiency this season, but it might surprise you that the pass EPA is more below average than the run. How is it possible that an offense with Dak Prescott and CeeDee Lamb is having issues in the passing game? The Cowboys are third in the league in passing yards, so the overall volume is high, but other factors like game script and abandoning the run affect those numbers. From an efficiency standpoint, the passing game hasn't been good, and you may or may not be surprised to learn that Prescott's performance has a lot to do with it. To focus on Prescott's play, we wanted to look at some advanced stats that reflect his performance. Looking at expected points added, Prescott's value has taken a huge hit this season. When we look at completion percentage over expected, we see a similar pattern. And when we compile these two metrics together, again it paints the same picture. To get a better feel for Prescott's performance compared to other quarterbacks around the league, we've put together a little season-to-season visual that shows how much this year sticks out. This does not paint a good picture of the team's franchise quarterback. Feel free to slide down into the comment section and write, "They should have never paid him $60 million a year." And if it gets one wreck for every game Prescott has played in his career, 120, we wouldn't be surprised. However, this is not a Dak is no good article. It's already been shown that he is good with the data points from last year. But this is an attempt to indicate that Prescott is not playing well this season and he's a part of the offense's failures. The solution is for him to just play better. It's not looking ahead and replacing him with someone else, not because the financial implications of such a move are virtually impossible, which they are, but rather because he can and will play better than he has been. The Cowboys have to get other things fixed on offense as well, so this isn't all on Dak, but he owns a part of the blame, and if he doesn't turn the corner soon, this team's offensive struggles aren't likely to change. Will Mike McCarthy be fired? Jerry Jones update on Cowboys coach. Mike McCarthy entered the 2024-25 NFL season leading the Dallas Cowboys to 3 consecutive 12-win seasons, but with the head coach in a contract year, there was some question on whether he could be on a short leash. Jerry Jones rarely fires a coach mid-season, but with a 3-3 start and embarrassing losses at home, those questions were raised once again. The Athletic's Diana Russini gave an update on McCarthy's immediate future with the team. Russini says that back at the NFL owners' meetings in Atlanta, she spoke to Jones, who said he has no plans to fire head coach Mike McCarthy or any coordinators. The news isn't entirely surprising, but it could disappoint some Cowboys fans. After all, this weekend Cowboys Nation got fired up and excited when the phrase "Dallas fires coach" began to trend on social media. However, it was just news regarding the WNBA's Dallas Wings, who fired head coach Latricia Trammell. The Cowboys undoubtedly have a lot of work to do when they return from the Week 7 bye week, but the team will have to show improvement right out of the gate. In the first game after the bye week, Dallas travels to Levi's Stadium for a showdown with the San Francisco 49ers, who have proven to be a thorn in the team's side for the past few years. And you, fan? What do you think of the situation of Mike McCarthy? Leave your opinion in the comments.